What happens to men over 70 who start lifting? Most doctors tell men over 70 to slow down. The data disagrees loudly. Men who start lifting after 70 trigger a biological sequence that most men in their 40s never activate. Not because age reverses, because the body's been starved of the right signal for so long, it responds with force when it finally gets it. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what that sequence looks like and why the first 8 weeks change everything. Before we go further, drop a comment right now. Where are you watching from and how old are you? Hit subscribe for daily insights. Here's what the research actually says. The myth that keeps men over 70 weak. Look, there are 2 types of men over 70 in this conversation right now. The first type got told by a doctor, a family member, or just the culture at large that lifting weights at their age is dangerous. Too much joint stress, too much cardiac risk. Better to walk, better to stretch, better to accept that the body's done its heavy work and needs to coast from here. So they listened, they scaled back. And every year since, they've watched themselves get a little smaller, a little slower, a little less capable than the year before. They called it aging. It wasn't. It was surrender dressed up as medical advice. The second type ignored that narrative, and they're the reason this video exists. Here's the statistical reality. Sarcopenia, the clinical term for age-related muscle loss, accelerates after 70 at a rate of 1 to 2% per year if nothing interrupts it. That doesn't sound catastrophic until you do the math. Over a decade, that's potentially 10 to 20% of your total muscle mass. Gone. And with it goes bone density, metabolic rate, balance, and independence. Now, the medical establishment has known about sarcopenia for decades. So why is the default prescription still rest and low-impact activity? I'd bet most men in this audience have never once had a physician write progressive resistance training on a referral pad. That's the gap between what the research supports and what actually gets communicated to men over 70. It's about fitness. Actually, it's more about survival infrastructure. Muscle isn't cosmetic at this age. It's the tissue that keeps you upright, keeps your metabolism functional, and keeps you out of a care facility a decade earlier than you should be. The only clinically validated intervention that reverses sarcopenia is resistance training. Not walking, not aqua aerobics, lifting, which raises the real question, what actually happens inside the body of a man over 70 who picks up that weight for the first time? The answer is more precise than most people expect. The 8-week biological timeline. Someone asked me recently, how long before I actually see something happen? And it's the right question, because most men over 70 who quit training early quit because they didn't understand the sequence. They expected muscle. What they got first was something they couldn't see, so they assumed nothing was working. That's the first mistake, judging early results with the wrong measuring stick. Here's the sequence, and it's precise. Weeks 1 and 2, the gains are neurological. Your nervous system is relearning motor recruitment patterns it hasn't fired efficiently in years. Strength increases are real and measurable, but there's no new muscle tissue yet. This is the body reconnecting its wiring. Think of it like a city grid after a long blackout. The infrastructure's still there. It just needs the current restored before anything turns on. Weeks 3 and 4, connective tissue adaptation. Tendons, fascia, joint capsules begin reinforcing. This is the most injury-vulnerable window in the entire process. And here's where the second mistake happens. Men who were strong at 50 load based on memory. They remember what they could move. Their muscle will respond to load before their tendons will. Training the tendons first isn't caution, it's strategy. Then weeks 5 and 6. This is where it gets serious. A meta-analysis of 49 studies covering thousands of participants aged 65 and older, published in Frontiers in Physiology, found consistent hypertrophic response across all age brackets when progressive overload was applied correctly. Every age bracket, including men over 70. I've seen IGF-1 elevation data ranging from 15 to 40% above baseline in this window, depending on training volume and protein intake. That's the hormonal cascade that makes muscle protein synthesis actually possible at this age. Without it, you're doing the work without triggering the rebuild. Third mistake, and it's the most expensive one. Most men don't know that statistic. So they train hard, eat the same as always, and wonder why the body isn't responding. The response is coming. But the contrast between men who understand this timeline and men who don't is stark. The contrast, men who lift versus men who don't. Remember what I said about the biological timeline? About the hormonal cascade in weeks 5 and 6? This is where that either pays off or disappears completely. Because the difference between men who lift after 70 and men who don't isn't a matter of degree. It's a different physiological reality entirely. Two men, same age, 73. Man A hasn't trained consistently in a decade. Grip strength in the bottom quartile for his age group. Visceral fat accumulating around the organs. Balance degrading quietly, the kind that doesn't show up until a stumble becomes a fall. Bone density declining, cognitive processing slowing. That trajectory has a destination, and it arrives earlier than it should. Man B started resistance training 18 months ago. His DEXA scan shows bone mineral density comparable to men in their early 60s. Resting metabolic rate elevated by 7 to 11%. Grip strength in the top quartile. Balance assessment scores that rival men a full decade younger. Same chronological age as man A. Completely different biological age. That gap didn't happen by accident. It happened because one man kept sending the signal and the other stopped. Here's the bold claim, and the data backs it. A man who starts lifting at 70 and trains consistently for 2 years will be physiologically younger at 72 than he was at 70. Not metaphorically. On measurable clinical markers. And if you're thinking, my situation is different, I've got a bad knee, a shoulder issue, prior surgery, that's not a reason to stay out. That's a reason to train smarter. Adapting the program is the work. Avoiding the program is the trap. This connects to something I covered in my most watched video, why so few muscular men over 60 lift weights, and why it matters. The visual contrast I built there alongside the data we're covering right now, it's worth seeing both together. I'll link it below. Drop a comment right now. What's harder for you? Starting a training program or staying consistent once you've started? I want to see where this community actually struggles. Now, here's the point most fitness content won't touch. The thing that derails men over 70 before they ever reach that 2-year mark. And it's not what you'd expect. The warning, what destroys progress before it starts. Most men come to this for the physical, the muscle, the strength numbers, the body that looks like it means something. And that's a legitimate starting point. There's nothing wrong with it. But here's what nobody tells you, and this is the part that changes everything. The men who stay in this process past the 2-year mark aren't staying for the mirror. They're staying because of what resistance training does to their identity, their authority, the way they carry a decision, the way other people, including people decades younger, respond to them in a room. Muscle after 70 isn't vanity, it's scarcity. And scarcity commands a different kind of respect. This is what I believe separates the men who transform from the men who cycle through programs without ever landing. They figure out, usually somewhere around month 3 or 4, that they're not building a body. They're building evidence. Evidence that they're still in the fight, that they haven't accepted the default, that the chapter isn't closing. Now, the vulnerable part, because I've watched men come to this work with everything, motivation, time, access to good programming, and still fail. And it's almost never the training that breaks them. It's the protein. A 2022 paper in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle found that men over 70 who combined progressive resistance training with adequate leucine-rich protein intake showed 2.3 times greater lean mass gains than men who trained without hitting that threshold, not 20% more. 2.3 times. Non-negotiable. The leucine threshold, 2.5 to 3 grams per meal, triggers mTOR, the biological switch that tells the body to rebuild. Without it, you're creating cellular damage with no repair substrate. That's not training. That's controlled breakdown. The free guide in the description has the full protein timing protocol built specifically for men over 70. Which food sources hit the leucine threshold, when to consume them relative to training. It's the most actionable section in the guide. Grab it. And if you think the physical and identity shifts we've covered so far represent the ceiling, Section 5 is going to reframe what's actually possible entirely. The ceiling. How far can men over 70 actually go? The question isn't whether this works. The research settled that. The question is how far it goes, and whether you're willing to find out. Here's what the data on master athletes shows. Men competing in strength and power sports at 70, 75, even 80 years old are not outliers in terms of biological response. They're outliers in terms of decision. They decided to keep sending the signal when everyone around them stopped. That decision, compounded over years, produced a physiological profile that most people in their demographic consider impossible. It isn't. It's just rare. And rare is exactly what this is. Less than 3% of men over 70 engage in consistent progressive resistance training. Less than 3%. That means if you're in this, if you're applying what we've covered today, the 8-week timeline, the connective tissue window, the leucine threshold, the identity shift that happens around month 3, you're operating in a category that most men your age don't even know exists. 6 months from now, you'll either be one of those men or you'll be where you are right now. There's no neutral position. The body's either building or it's declining. That's not philosophy. That's biology. Let's be direct about the too late myth, because it comes up every time. The research on men who begin resistance training after 70, some after 75, shows consistent hypertrophic response, consistent bone density improvement, consistent metabolic adaptation. The body doesn't check your age before it responds. It checks the signal. Send the right signal, and it responds. And if you're thinking about obstacles, joint issues, time, not knowing where to start, the free guide in the description exists specifically to remove those. Day-by-day protocol. Exercise selection for men starting after 60. Protein timing built around the leucine data from Section 4. It's practical, it's specific, and it's free. Description. Right now, the recap is simple. Neural adaptation first, connective tissue second, hormonal cascade third, identity shift fourth. The ceiling is higher than you've been told. Now let's close this out. I opened with this. Most doctors tell men over 70 to slow down. The data disagrees. Loudly. Now you know exactly why. Here's the one-sentence summary. Men who start lifting after 70 trigger a biological sequence, neurological, structural, hormonal, psychological, that rewrites their trajectory at the cellular level. That's not motivation. That's documented physiology. The choice in front of you right now is straightforward. You can file this away as interesting information and keep moving through the default version of aging. Or you can become one of the 3% who actually act on it. Both paths are available. Only one of them compounds in your favor. If you're building a body and a version of yourself that refuses to accept the standard decline, subscribe. We publish every single day. No fluff, no hype, just what the research says and what actually works for men in this age group. The free guide is in the description. The protocol is there. The work is waiting. If this is your first time here, my most popular video is on screen right now. Start there. It's where everything begins. The men who moved on this information, they're already different. The only question is whether you're one of them.